Ich hab gehört, dann machen wir mal das Luna Festival. Als nächstes. Auf nach Liyue!
Boah, ich konnte mich leider noch nicht für AOT begeistern.
Muss man ja auch nicht.
Ja, aber er ist eigentlich schon so ein also meiner Meinung nach so
Must-have-watched? Nein.
Ja, so ein Must-have-watch-Ding.
Nein.
Findest du nicht? Was ist denn für dich Must-have-watch dann? Wenn nicht AOT.
Ich finde, ein Must-have-watched gibt es so gesehen nicht.
Ja, okay, wenn man es natürlich so sieht, klar. Okay, macht Sinn.
Ich muss nicht jedem Trend hinterherrennen, sagen wir es mal so.
Nö, alles gut. Ist ja auch legitim. Aber wenn es ein Must-have, wo du sagst, okay, den Anime muss man eigentlich gesehen haben, wenn man Anime schaut. Was sagst du?
Das ist echt schwierig.
Ja, ne? Ich finde das auch nicht. Also ich finde halt AOT schon groß. Natürlich würde ich persönlich jetzt argumentieren mit zum Beispiel One Piece, aber ich kann verstehen, wenn Leute sagen, okay, das ist mir zu lang.
Genau das gleiche mit der Dragon Ball Fraktion, genau das gleiche mit der Naruto Fraktion, zu der ich theoretisch gehören würde. Die Avatar Fraktion, die in sich auch nicht einig ist, ob sie jetzt Legend of Korra akzeptieren oder nicht. Das ist ja auch schon mal das Geile. Gut, die Naruto Fraktion ist sicher unsicher mit Boruto, aber das ist ein anderes Thema. Fate ist grandios, aber vielleicht ein bisschen zu nischig. Und auch viel zu chaotisch, wenn man so betrachtet, von der Chronologie her.
Ja.
SAO, braucht man nicht drüber reden. Ist genau das gleiche Thema.
The world remains constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Was ist das eigentlich auch schon? Wo ich so sehen würde, dass man sagen könnte, das wäre so ein Must-Have-Scene-Anime.
Also ich finde meiner Meinung nach Must-Have-Scene auf jeden Fall auch dabei. Eigentlich hier, ne? Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, true. Ist aber auch leider sehr nicht nischig, aber es ist leider einer dieser Animes, die hart unterm Radar sind, was sie nicht sein sollten.
Ja, okay, da bin ich absolut bei dir. Die sind absolut unterm Radar.
Ja, stimmt. FMA ist ein verdammt geiler Anime. Auch wenn FMA B der bessere von beiden ist. Sorry, meine Meinung. Brotherhood ist einfach besser wie der normale. Alles haben OVAs an sich. Leider. Bei Hellsing genau das gleiche.
Überlegt noch, ob man jetzt. Die Frage ist, wenn man jetzt sagt, okay, must have watched, finde ich, geht viel in die Richtung Klassiker gesehen haben. Aber das kannst du eigentlich heutzutage nicht mehr nachholen, weil dafür hast du die Zeit nicht mehr. Aber wenn ich halt jetzt unendlich Zeit hätte, sag ich mal, unendlich Freizeit und müsste mich um nichts kümmern, was ich jemandem ans Herz legen würde, Dragon Ball, One Piece, persönlich Naruto nicht. Ich mag einfach nicht so gerne Naruto.
Ja, aber das war halt jeder verschiedene Fraktionen. Du magst halt Dragon Ball, ich hasse Dragon Ball.
Ja, genau, das ist es halt.
Ich liebe dafür Naruto.
Halt Dragon Ball als Naruto. Aber das ist ja vollkommen legitim, das hier hat ja jeder seinen Geschmack. Und sonst noch ein Klassiker, ja. Boah, jetzt steht auf dem Schlauch. Ich hab's doch gerade noch so viel im Kopf gehabt davon. Alter, jetzt stehe ich ja komplett auf dem Schlauch. Was gibt's denn noch? Der Death Note.
Ja.
Aber muss man mögen, persönlich.
Ja.
Also man muss es definitiv schauen können, in Anführungszeichen. Dann finde ich, also, nehmen wir Filme auch mit rein oder nur Serien?
Also, wenn wir bei Filmen sind, 100%ig Studio Ghibli. Punkt.
Ja. Also, wie man das ausspricht, dieses Nausicaa, diese Prinzessin aus dem Tal der Winde, glaube ich, heißt der.
Aha.
Schloss im Himmel, sowieso, mein Nachbar
Prinzessin
Totoro,
Mononoke.
Akira vor allen Dingen.
Das Wandelnde Schloss. Chihiros Reise ins Zauberland.
Ja, Mononoke, Entschuldigung. Mononoke, nicht Mononoke. Ghost in the Shell, die letzten Glühwürmchen, all so ein Scheiß.
Moment. Ghost in the Shell ist ein Ghibli-Ding?
Ich glaube nicht Ghibli.
Oder Miyazaki-Ding, besser gesagt?
Also Nausicaa ist Miyazaki. Dann Akira war ja komplett eigen, glaube ich. Ghost in the Shell ist... Boah, ich habe keine Ahnung, wo Ghost in the Shell herkommt. I'm actually clueless.
Aber wenn wir schon in die Reihe gehen, wahrscheinlich dann auch noch Elfenlied.
Ja, eigentlich schon.
Ne? Gott, sieht Liyue momentan wieder schön aus, meine Fresse. Das Lantern Ride Festival ist einfach wunderschön, jedes Mal.
So, und wenn man jetzt vom Klassiker weggeht, wenn man jetzt die alten mal rauslässt, nehmen wir mal die neumodischen.
Oh Gott. Ja gut, wie gesagt, da kommt dann so Sachen wie SAO und Demon Slayer nicht vorbei tatsächlich.
Oh, ich habe noch eins vergessen von früher. Ne? Ja, ne? Wie heißt denn?
Ein altes meinst du?
Ja, der wurde von Netflix auch remaked.
Remaked? Oh.
Cowboy Bebop.
Achso, gut, das ist, da bin ich tatsächlich wieder raus.
Echt? Cowboy Bebop nicht deins?
Ne.
Also, ich hätte gedacht, das wäre das hinkriegen. Aber
Vielleicht
ja,
muss ich dem Ding auch einfach mal nur eine Chance geben, aber...
Musst du, ja. Ist geil. Vor allem, glaube ich, wenn ich mich recht entsinne, Cowboy Bebop schert sich nicht, irgendwas nicht zu zeigen, glaube ich.
Ja, das ist ja vollkommen legitim. Aber gut, wenn ich bedenke, ich habe prinzipiell keine Ahnung, was das Thema von dem ganzen Ding ist. Aber wahrscheinlich werde ich am Ende des Tages es doch mögen.
Cowboy Bebop ist geil. Bei Cowboy Bebop geht es um einen... wie sagt man es am besten? Halt eine Gruppe von Kopfgeldjägern, sag ich mal, die halt ihr Geld damit verdienen, im Jahre 2070, 71, irgendwo da oben. Und halt mit ihrem Raumschiff halt ihre Aufträge machen. Und halt dann Sachen treffen, halt neue Mitglieder haben und all so ein Shit, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Das Weltallreisen, also ist eigentlich echt ganz cool. Aber ich würde dir den alten ans Herz legen, weil der neue ist halt neu. Und mit echten Menschen.
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop. Beep.
Ah, muss man halt mal gucken.
Oh, das stimmt wohl. Alter, ich habe meinen Steam-Rückblick gerade angeschaut.
Na.
Meine meisten gespielten Spiele in 2022. 21% Elden Ring, 10% CS, 8% F1, 6% Hearts of Iron und 6% Star Wars Lego.
Echt?
Star
Obwohl
Wars
wir da
Lego
so
ist.
viel Zeit reingeschoben haben.
Ja, Star Wars, glaube ich, haben wir sogar 70 oder 50 Stunden gemacht.
Ja.
Warte mal, wie viele Stunden haben wir da so
Und
gemacht?
Elden Ring ist. Also, Digga, wie viel Elden Ring müssen wir dann gespielt haben? Digga.
56 Stunden haben wir gemacht.
Bruder.
Elden Ring haben wir, also ich habe ja vor allem Elden Ring komplett geisteskrank. Also
Ja, okay, das stimmt.
so viel ist es nicht. Also es gibt definitiv Leute mit mehr, viel mehr Leute mit viel mehr Stunden. Aber ich habe halt
Natürlich, die
trotzdem
gibt es
meine
immer.
215 Stunden habe ich trotzdem voll gemacht.
Aber für deine Möglichkeiten hast du sehr viel Zeit reingeschoben.
Ja.
Aber du bist ja sowieso so ein Typ, der, wenn er einmal auf ein Spiel gehypt ist, der grindet das ja bis zum Erbrechen.
Wenn es wirklich mein Spiel ist, worauf ich mich wirklich catchen kann, dann ja.
Ja, meine ich ja.
Und ich freue mich schon aufs DLC, weil ich hoffe, dass dieses Jahr eins kommt. Eigentlich muss dieses
Denke
Jahr
schon.
eins kommen.
Denke schon, dass
Ja.
eins kommt.
Und ich freue mich schon wieder auf einen Boss, der stärker ist alles anderes, was wir je zuvor gesehen haben.
Ja, ungefähr so wie bei Dark Souls 3, dieser
Boah, hör mir auf.
Skelettdrache oder was das war? Diese Mixtur aus Skelettdrache und Teufel oder so ein Scheiß.
Ich weiß, wenn du meinst Media.
Ja.
Oder Media ist, er bewegt sich viel, er hat die meisten HP jemals ein Boss hatte.
Verteilt auch noch Schaden wie ein Arschloch.
Und ja, ich wollte sagen, two-shottet dich. Das ist komplett geisteskrank, dieser Typ. Habe ich auch noch in meinem jetzigen NG in Dark Souls 3 immer noch nicht gemacht, weil ich habe da einfach keinen Nerv drauf. Also ich habe es jetzt schon echt mehrmals versucht, also ich habe ihn in meiner kompletten Dark Souls 3 Laufbahn zweimal besiegt.
Okay.
Aber mehr kann ich es mir echt nicht antun, weil da schwitzt du Blut und Wasser danach. Also
Das ist heavy.
ja, ist nicht geil.
Nun, ich glaube, ich renne jetzt wieder schön in eine Cutscene rein. Gucken wir mal. Ja.
Paimon votes we go say hi to Xiangling first.
Ja, wir sollen jetzt zu Jungling gehen. Das erste, was wir sehen, Zhongli.
What a pleasant surprise meeting you here.
Oh, why the pleasure is all mine, as is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Alles gut, insgesamt läuft es gut. Insgesamt läuft es gut, trifft es ganz gut, wenn ich bedenke, was in Sumeru in letzter Zeit passiert ist.
Setbacks are inevitable over the course of a long journey. If you wish to share what's troubling you, allow me to lend my ear. There is no need to shoulder all burdens by yourself. You are too kind.
So, Zhongli, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea. However, I had planned to take a walk to Chingsa village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season. A villager there once gave me a small sample, and they possessed a most excellent flavor.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead? Wait, Paimon knows! Because Zhongli prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. Ahem. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Well, we were some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land. Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
Also wenn Zhongli eins kann, dann ist es einfache Gerichte mit etlichen Adjektiven, die die Zutaten beschreiben. Kind of köstlicher klingen zu lassen.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Paimon's onto your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Wenn man clean Sterne in den Augen von Paimon sieht, dann weißt du, er hat gewonnen. Den Anblick habe ich ja noch nie gesehen, Alter. Wow.
Let's go, Traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore. Collecting a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has got to get her hands on some of that soup.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well. I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well.
Oh, weia.
See? Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
However, there is no need to rush. The streets of Liu will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner of celebrations during the festive period. By all means, go wherever your interests lead you. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an honor it would be to savor them in the company of friends.
We're heading out. Enjoy your walk, young Lee.
Take care now, you two.
Interessant. Übersetzt heißt es, genieß deine Freizeit. Wenn sie sagt, heißt es, enjoy your work, Zhongli. Na gut, wenn man genau betrachtet, dass Zhongli nicht wirklich arbeitet, sondern einfach nur existiert, haut das schon ganz gut hin.
Bamboo shoot, nascent bamboo shoot. Oh, this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one.
So, wo ist das andere Schweinchen hin? Gone, okay. There's a lot of those.
These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there. Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
Cute. Who the fuck are you? You got a cylinder and a guitar with you. You look interesting.
I think I'm okay now. Thank you so much.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl? Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
Aus Fontaine kommt er. Dvorak. Okay.
I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery, and before long, I was completely lost. Just now, I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
It's alright, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Das ist doch eh nur ein erwachsener Bennett, von daher, was soll's.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Da hat jemand Hunger.
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Please, sir, it's quite alright. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us? Ah, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon! You're welcome.
Kleine Yao Yao ist schon niedlich.
Mmm, so tasty. If only there were more. Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was gonna run into you, I would have made a second batch. Hope you're taking notes, traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. Both are delicious in their own way. As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Iridescence Tour?
Regenbogentour sagt mir tatsächlich gar nichts.
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least,
Event, was kommen
all
wird?
the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, I love listening to stories. We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the
Geschichtszeit.
beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning. When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
Wow!
Exactly. It may just be a legend to others, but for me, it's a real part of my family history.
Also ganz ehrlich, die Story klingt wirklich spannend und ja, und gerne herausfinden, wo das passiert ist. Mit ihnen zusammen. Und wer dahinter steckte.
I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago, so I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel. Paimon too! It's like... imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day, but then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again! Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom, but more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate. A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue, so I followed their advice and made my way here. Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Jingsa Village. Rex Lapis has returned to the world! Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo, and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well, and so on and so on. Don't worry, Yao-Yao. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff. And anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over Mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of Mora on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the Statues of the Seven along the way.
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu? I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Qixing know just about everything. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
Ja.
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
Das ist gut.
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay? Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well. Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
Natürlich, Paimon. Paimon ist die Guidance. Mhm. Natürlich. Natürlich. So, dann gucken wir noch mal, was jetzt noch kommt.
Wow. Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last.
Ist auch Lantern Ride Festival.
It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Ride after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
Halt schon nice aus, also wirklich. Vor allem beim Dunkeln sieht's schön aus. Musiklos ist doof.
Oh, hey everyone! Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me
Xinyan.
introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler Paimon and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
Ihr kennt euch?
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
Well, feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come up to stop our plans from materializing.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
War klar, dass Paimon da sofort intuit ist. Ein Musikfestival zum Laternenritual, let's go! Musikfestival zum Laternenritual, ja, so.
No, I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Oh, Oh, so no Lantern Rite Music Festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge.
Uh-huh, that's right. Miss Keqing and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
You mean... what?
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion.
Musikfestival zum Laternental wird sicher etwas Neues bringen, definitiv. Oder auch ein großes Publikum anziehen, ja.
That's the spirit! See? Even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently. As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually managed to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
Yes, yes.
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Go for it.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Yes.
But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest of standards, so please make sure you are fully prepared.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, Xinyan.
You've got this, Xinyan!
Yes, yes, she will.
So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now. Is that anyone we know?
Of interesting gadgets.
Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before. Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that.
Auf nach oben. Nach Madame Ping geht's also diesmal.
Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest things. Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the Lantern Rite, are we?
Hello,
You're
Madame Ping.
right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival!
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
Jetzt hören wir mit dem Laternenritual einige musikalische dem Laternenritual. Wer ist ein Musik während des Latern?
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any other issue?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different civilizations. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wisest old lady I've ever met.
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspiciously sweet today. Yao Yao, whatever have you been feeding them?
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're even cracking jokes with the rest of us.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes? Run along now. Don't let me hold you up.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
Ach ja. Die ganzen Adepten aus Liyue. Warte mal, bevor ich hier irgendwie weglaufe.
Wo ist mein Netflix?
Steinblume. Hä?
Mein Netflix. Ich will jetzt einen ganz bestimmten Anime rewatchen.
Ganz bestimmt Anime rewatchen. Lass mich raten. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Nein.
Ah, Versuch was wert.
Folge 1. Die Folge 1 heißt Meer aus Stein.
Uff. Das Schlimme ist, es kommt mir bekannt vor. Ich frage mich nur gerade. Was
Netflix-Anime. Also wirklich von Netflix auch gemacht.
Ach du Heiliger.
17:35 Uhr. Altersfreigabe 16. Es regnet.
I'm totally out of business in that case.
Soll ich sie sagen?
Ja, bitte.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ach, deswegen, okay. Der Anime, den ich am meisten boykottiere von Netflix.
Was?
Ja.
Warum?
Der Stil gefällt mir gar nicht. So 0%.
Ja gut, wenn es nicht dein Stil ist.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an
Wenn
excuse
es
to
nicht dein
procrastinate their
Stil ist,
work.
kann ich das verstehen.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu!
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried chingshin leaves make a great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again.
Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on. Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ah, Paimon will do the honors. What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
Also wenn ich mir diesen Gesichtsausdruck so angucke, könnte ich mir glatt vorstellen, dass sie die Frau war, die seinen Vater damals gerettet hat. Ah.
It may be a little difficult to make this happen.
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the tastes of Liyue citizens from all walks of life. The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points. I completely understand.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue, let's reserve a space at the docks.
Musikfest im Laternen. Was ist los? Ach, der Anime ist nur wieder gut, ne?
Ja, hast du die erste Folge damals gesehen von dem?
Nein.
Bruder, die erste Folge fängt damit an, die sind im Knast. Es geht darum, dass eine sich halt die Brosche poliert hat. Also eine sie im Knast und ein Wärter es gesehen hat. Und jetzt alle sich im Knast totlachen. Weil sie sagen so, ey, Alter, wie kannst du dir denn im Knast dir einfach die Mumu polieren? Und wie kommst du denn da drauf? Es ist Jojo's Bizarre Adventure ist so göttlich, wirklich.
Okay. Auf diese Weise stellt das Musikfestival dem Laternenritual nicht das Rampenlicht. Stattdessen ist es dann das Sahnehäubchen auf dem Kuchen. Es ist wieder eine Doppelantwort. Das finde ich in Genshin immer wieder schwierig.
Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration. Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue, as well as their catering and accommodation requirements.
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss further.
As soon as there's work to do, Ganyu's as diligent as ever.
Da, das
I
so wahr.
couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything. I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me.
Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
Sei nicht unterzogen? Ich würde eher sagen, sei nicht frech.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet. Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like?
Everything.
Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here. Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
Sie wird daraus kein Tee machen, sie wird sie so futtern.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yo-Yo stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick. Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy lantern rite.
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime!
That lady I just talked to, Ganyu? She really thinks of everything. It got me wondering, could it be that all our failed attempts so far have been down to our failure to properly prepare for different contingencies?
Ist was dran? Holt auf die Uhr. Auf.
Greetings, traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
Yay! That's awesome!
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely moved things forward to the next step. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true. Right, time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a high-profile event like this is a rare opportunity. We'll make sure it's a night to remember.
Ja, das ist ein gutes Ziel.
Our music band's finally getting fired up!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in. Oh, that. Well, that can wait for another time.
Oh. Ganyu? What's wrong?
They told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot.
Still, you are standing in front of her. Punkt. That's my case. Wenn ich am Ende wieder richtig liege, easy.
Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an Adeptus. What do you think? To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast, part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
Nein.
You bet they're real. Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting in and out of there is quite an ordeal.
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Liyue's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to our network and try to find the person he's looking for. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he that departs.
Okay.
Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
In that case, 3 days.
All right, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company. Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I just...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
Ich bin mir sicher, dass der Wind, der dich hierher geführt hat, dasselbe denkt. Ja.
You're right. Okay.
Ganz klar der
I'm gonna
Plan
pull out
von...
all the stops to make this lantern rite a true extravaganza.
Da hat sich jemand was zu essen geholt, wenn ich das richtig gehört habe?
Tee und wir haben noch Krapfen, ja.
Krapfen,
We
Yes.
should probably get going.
Danke dir.
Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too.
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Auf zur Bühne! Oh wow. Ich hatte gerade so einen kurzen Gedanken. Ist es vielleicht dieses blütenförmige Podest? Ja, es ist das blütenförmige Podest. Natürlich ist es das blütenförmige. Jetzt schreit ja auch zu 1000% nach Blüten. Also, aber...
Lady Yuhang?
Ah, Baiwen, was geht?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way to report this incident to Lady Ningguang. But I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Yeah, Kuching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention. Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, he will handle it.
Ich meine, ist sie ehrlich. Er sagt, dass wir es schaffen. Dass sie damit nichts zu tun haben wird.
With the traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with.
Hey, so gut bin ich nur auch nicht, Byron.
Thank you. This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Yujing Terrace and let me know.
Sure.
Will do. And say hi to Ningguang for us.
you have my thanks too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're finished.
Good luck.
Das ist ein komischer Ort. Aber gehen wir mal dahin. Gucken, was da los ist.
Said the strange tomb is coming from around here, right? But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this. So, it's you two.
Hallo, Yelon.
Yelon? How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Eiskalt wie immer.
Fair enough.
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be safe.
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though. It can't have been too long ago that someone was last living here.
Huh?
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all.
Oh, sollen wir jetzt mal die Tür checken?
The doors and the windows are all fine, so there definitely wasn't a break-in.
Alright.
How strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
Wo hast du dein Geld versteckt? In deinem Arsch? In deiner Mumu? Nein, da schau dir direkt nach, das ist zu offensichtlich. In deinen Brüsten? Die sind aus Silikon. Was? Die ist wirklich da drin? Oder ist sie einfach Geld in die Brüste operieren lassen?
Yay. Schwierig. Also, der Humor in dem Anime ist schon... sagen wir mal on point. Aber das können viele Animes. Trotzdem ist es nicht mein Ziel.
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened here?
Nicht wirklich.
Yelan, you didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
Okay, well... Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
What about you? Give up as well? Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few pieces of information you have available, after all. Let me share a folk story with you. A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village. But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts. Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
Was ist los, Krabbe? Wirst du von ihrer Stimme etwa juckig oder was? Okay, also, fassen wir mal kurz zusammen. Raiden? Gepaart mit Jelans Stimme, gleich perfekte Frau für dich. Oder wie? Ah ne, Entschuldigung, Miko muss ja noch irgendwo mit drin stecken. Raidens Aussehen, Mikos Art, gepaart mit Jelans Stimme. Machen wir es mal so. Vielleicht ist das die Erfolgsformel. Nun. Meine Fantasie, Hilfe. Was a pleasure.
That's quite the story.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal. On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today. Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway. Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail. Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
Bisschen abgehoben bist ja schon,
So
Jelan, ne?
basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yelan.
As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would slow them down.
Ja, Laufrage, Jelan. Kann schon mithalten, trust me.
Here, look at this. These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction.
Naja. Kann jede Frau gut in Genshin.
Their pace has increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
There they are! Look! A treasure hoarder tent!
Ein Schatzräuberzelt.
Not the treasure hoarders again! And so close to Lantern Ride, too! 'Tis not the season for their antics!
Come on, let's round them up.
Yo, Arschtritt, let's go. Warte. Bevor wir das tun, muss ich aber was anderes erledigen. Ich habe gerade was gesehen. Da. Ein Schlag.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Hätte ich dir mit den Zähnen in den Marsch? Ach komm. Oldschool Ways. Hallo?
Hey! Who are you? Where did you come from?
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor,
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Einfacher Billo.
No!
Das ist ein einfaches Billo-Mitglied von den Schatzräubern.
Take it easy. Gotcha!
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all, but there's no going back now. Better up my game.
Ins Knie.
Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say. Please have mercy.
Tell us everything.
Yep.
You have one chance, and I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear. You know, so Lantern Right's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I wanted to buy a few nice things. I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about that?
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Okay, continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do, and eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did, and they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy, I couldn't resist. It was completely wrong of me, I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition, and it'll be like it was never gone. Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend Lantern Right behind bars.
Yes, yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person. After that, I'll escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Ja, gut, das kann jeder Spielentwickler gut mit Fanservice zu punkten, oder? Wobei man zugeben muss, Genshin kann das in beide Richtungen, in Richtung Frauen und Richtung Männer. Das ist das Fiese daran.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on all of this yourself. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
What is it? Is there something else?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here. You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me too.
Okay, der war auf mehreren Ebenen fies. Wieso sollte ich auf sie Pullen krabbe, wenn ich sie schon habe?
See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Yeon's such a pro at this. With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved.
Nein? Also ich bin zwar auf einer gewissen Art ein Whale, ne? Aber so whaley bin ich dann auch nicht, dass ich irgendeinen Charakter auf C6 haben will. Den einzigen Charakter, den ich jemals auf C6 ziehen würde, wäre wenn dann Raiden. Aber nein. Ja, wenn du Geld hättest, würdest du es tun, war klar. Just to hear her voice all day long. Nicht wahr?
Whoosh! Random event, a strange melody, complete! Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again. Right? How could anyone not be? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts. Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes.
Kommt die auf die Gedanken des Benutzers an, was der Benutzer denkt, durch die Musik vermittelte Emotionen. Ja.
Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again! Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Byron's still waiting for us with our random event rewards.
Auf zu Byron. Weil vorher muss ich den Hildschirm hier auf den Arsch geben. Wo sind die überhaupt? Die doch vorhin gesehen.
I'll catch up.
Ich hab da so einen Dialog zu heilen. Ach Mist. Muss denn jetzt mal eh auslaufen? Warte mal ein paar Sekunden. Hallo. Schild.
Steady as stone.
Hey, hier geblieben.
Someone needs assistance.
Ja gut, der hat auch einen sehr komischen Blick. Das muss man Dialog lassen. Hat Rosaria aber auch. Auf der anderen Seite, also von daher.
Leave it all to me.
Aber er kann halt Schaden machen, das darf man auch nicht vergessen.
From whence you came.
Daddy besser. Weiß ja nicht. Kinda he cool and stuff, but not quite that good of a character. Außerdem muss man dazu sagen, die Lux-Augen, ja. Er ist halt komplett lustlos und hat keinen Bock auf gar nichts. Mein figurentechnisch, oder beziehungsweise augentechnisch sind sie noch. Ihre Augen sind auch nicht viel besser. Sie hat einen sehr, sehr komischen Blick. Wow. Krabbe, du bist zu einfach gestrickt. Viel zu einfach gestrickt. Ja gut, sie hat diesen dauerhaften Blick von wegen, sie pennt komplett. Gar nicht, Lüge.
How did I do that? Ta-da! No! Oh, fine.
Noch irgendjemand einen komischen Blick? Schände sieht einfach dauertraurig aus. Aber ja, ich stimme dir zu, Krabbe. Ich komme auf ihre Iris nicht klar. So gar nicht. Nein. Ich weiß genau, worauf du hinaus willst, Krabbe. Ist nicht. Nope. Aber hier finde ich das komplette Outfit einfach genial. Und ihre Frisur ist cool.
Oh. Oh.
Das Outfit ist einfach abartig genial. Let's not talk about this one. Because this is weird on several occasions. Well, Elektromama 2. Ja. So. Weiter geht's. Mieze Story. Byron.
Byron, we're back! Everything's all sorted!
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady Ningguang instructed me to advise her upon your return.
War klar, dass Chefin kommt.
My greetings to both
Aus
of
Lexdo.
you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the preparations for Lantern Rite. Don't mind us.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies.
Das Event der Hottenbommis. Ah, Krabbe. Nee. Oh boy.
Alas,
Wild.
on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize. Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities. The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion. Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Oder ganz simpel gesagt, Ningguang riecht wieder eine neue Methode, um Geld zu scheffeln. Ah. Unglaublich, diese Frau.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead?
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer. I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Mit Sicherheit nicht Stormruler, sondern ihr Bruder. Ningguang rich ja sowieso. And she's getting even richer and richer all the time.
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name.
Ja, Fürst des tobenden Meers und der ruhigen Dämmerung, das ist hier der dunkle Kranich da von den beiden. Von dem hat man lange nichts mehr gehört. Wenn wir mal drüber nachdenken.
Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend. On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
Oh, they're gonna love them. Paimon's sure of it. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and Heroes of the Past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend. I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale. Do share it with me, won't you? I couldn't bear to miss out.
Ja, Ningguang, wir werden dir alles erzählen. Strahlende Funken, Schattentheater, durch Nebel und Wellen. Hallo Shenne. Namenlose Helden. Hallo Jelan. Nun. Wenn du es so sehen willst, Krabbe, kann sich Ningguang jeden kaufen, den sie möchte. Alle Funken. Während des Laternenrituals bereitet Yantian, Anwerberin der Abenteurergilde, eine interessante Aktion vor. Ich sehe Yao Yao und Chi-Chi, okay? Das hier ist Junyin und ein Kabuki. Or something like that? Oh, das war Beidou. Hoppala. Ja gut, das war auch die Crocs. Ich bin dumm. Es hätte aber auch Schelle sein können. So von der Silhouette her. Das Kristallclan Seitenklangs 1 und das Kristallclan Seitenklangs 2. Und wir machen da jetzt einfach weiter, wo wir aufgehört haben. Namenloser Helden, sprich mit Zhongli. Ach ja. Dann gehen wir doch mal zu Zhongli. Wahrscheinlich wieder in der Teestube sitzen wird. Alte Säufer. Hatte auch die vereinbarte Zeit.
The key here is consumer psychology. New stock at Sigo Antiques? Bad news for my purse.
Händlerin? Was verkaufst du denn so? Elektrisierte Kristalle und Cola. Hallo? Not gonna lie, das nehme ich sofort mit. Dankeschön, auch wenn es überteuert ist wie Scheiße, aber ist egal. Here comes the money. Was machst du denn da, Tobi? Dann nimmst du da gerade auseinander.
Langeweile.
Ah. Du hast Nachtjahre ohne Ende, das kann man auch mal eben mitnehmen. Trockenweißes Eisen und normales Eisen nehme ich auch mit. Schön fürs Erz. So. Äh, 8 bis 10 Uhr am was? Übernächsten Tag. Scheiße. Nicht Einstellungen. Zeit. Wir können uns gerne gegenseitig adden, Kappe. So ist es nicht. Also. Wenn du darauf Bock hast. Das Problem ist nur, ich werde nur selten mit Leuten spielen, tatsächlich. Ich wollte in. Danke. So kriegt man seine Ärzte auch zusammen. I mean, feel free to add me. That point. Ja gut, da wird noch was zu tun sein. ...88. Standgebete, Wusa. Ach ja, ja. 8 bis 10 Uhr. So. Auf 8 Uhr und dann gucken wir mal.
I take back this call to...
Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
Scheiße. Hab schon noch gesehen. Free? Das wird wehtun. Ach nee, Cutscene. Ganyu wieder am Einschlafen.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Ganyu, wie war das mit du sollst schlafen?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Haben sie sich angebildet, dass sie Flügel hätte? Vielleicht hat sie noch Hörner? Ja gut, beides.
Then she'd look just like Ganyu. Guess that does technically make sense.
Diese?
Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while. Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Well, what if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word.
Also geachtet dessen, ne, können wir schon mal eine Person hundertprozentig ausschließen. Stormruler. Sie würde sich daran mehr als ergötzen. Aber wieder so ein Ding, ne, was Richtung Ganyu zeigt. Sie würde den Leuten definitiv helfen und würde dann einfach abzischen, weil sie keine Lust hat, dass Leute sich bei ihr bedanken.
She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
Uff, jetzt soll ich dich enden. Okay. Musste Essen machen. Achso, ja, okay, dann.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet.
Wenn ich bedenke, dass sie eine Glocke um den Hals trägt, ne, macht das die Sache mit der Melodie noch passender. Kling, 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 kling.
If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can,
Sleep on the mountain, probably. Aber ich hatte Hunger an der Stelle, Krabbe.
I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However, Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts.
Ganyu, willst du wieder darauf hinausspielen, dass sie wundervoll peinliche Geschichten von deiner Vergangenheit als kleines Ziegenbockmännchen erzählt?
Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic.
Das werden wir so nicht schaffen.
Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
Wenn Cloud Retainer einmal erzählt, dann lässt sie sich nicht mehr aufhalten. So ein Ding ist das. Ah! So, dann besuchen wir doch mal Cloud Retainer und hören uns wieder Storys an.
I'm so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
Paimon, du fliegst.
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals. True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling?
Oh yes.
Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Uh-oh.
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
Ich finde aber gut, wie Paimon sich wieder schön rauszieht aus der Situation, sich denkt so, ja, wir schicken einfach Mario rein. Geh mal trinken. Nein?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Irgendwas fühlt sich an diesem... Was? Irgendwas fühlt sich dieser Vorschlag nicht richtig an. Lol. Übersetze wieder, ey. Somehow. Doesn't feel right.
The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center.
Erstmal mit Beidou ins Wasser rein. Warum? Weil sie am meisten schwimmen können von allen. Nicht gesehen. Wird hier Fische fangen?
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
Ach, guck mal, Shenne und Shao.
How do you feel right now?
Shenne?
Shenhe! And the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it. Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Well...
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault.
Well, not gonna lie. You're not actually Adeptus, but you are kinda ein Adeptus? Du kannst Felsen durch die Gegend tragen, Shenne? Sind wir mal ehrlich? Also, nur das ist komisch an dir.
No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Nun.
Glad you're okay.
Und Shao ist wieder weg.
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
As ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like. I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However... Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last?
Eieiei, Krabbe.
Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire.
Wahrscheinlich will sie nur wieder für ihn kochen.
So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode. Sure. Thank you.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything. Oh, is that what it is? Noted.
So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Das hast du so richtig erkannt, Shannon.
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's a kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound, or even a terrifying one.
Chillax-Krabbe mache ich doch. Aber nicht sofort. Ich meine, die Nummer ist im Chat. Alles gut. Aber ja, die ursprüngliche Idee war, dass du mich hättest und ich dich einfach annehme, aber alles gut. Immerhin.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, really? Great!
Ich gucke ein bisschen im Bett weiter, Kevin.
Frohes Ausruhen.
Ja, danke dir. Und dir viel Spaß bei Genshin.
Yes, yes. I will have. I will.
Alles gut. Alles klar. Dann bis dann, mein Schatz.
Bis dann.
Tschüss.
Sayonara. So, wo sollen wir hin? Okay, that's not that far away. Ich glaube aber um 7 mache ich tatsächlich eine kurze Pause. Ist dann mein Schatz? Ja. Wenn ich das jetzt so sage, wie es in meinem Kopf hängt, dann klingt das zu 1000% falsch. Deswegen werde ich es nicht so sagen, wie ich es gerade im Kopf habe. Machen wir es so. Unsere Community ist halt sehr anspielerisch auf es könnte mehr sein. Okay, machen wir es anders. Der Teamspeaker und ich führen eine sehr innige Beziehung. Nicht. Uff.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Huh? What do you mean? Come on.
Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
Ja, du bist auch.
Oh, whew. Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
Oh, Paimon wasn't quite done with the description.
Aber ganz ehrlich, das Zwitschern der Vögel, also das, was Shannon so beschrieben hat, doch, könnte man als Musik abzeichnen.
Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
Oh. And a melody is?
Das ist beides weird.
Huh?
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Die Shannon schon einmal gehört hat. Erinnerst du dich? Das würde ihr... Den Wie muss ich so embracen. Hoffentlich wird es keine Vanidoka anlocken.
Was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Richtig.
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber.
Saufen! Auf einmal so tief. Ja, nun, Eva hat eine relativ tiefe Stimme, muss man eigentlich zugeben. Auch wenn ich mir meine Stimme gebe, die eher hell als tief ist. I think at least.
As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot.
Ohoho. Meine Stimme auch sehr tief. Na dann. Was ist jetzt zum Travel an der Stelle?
When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day. So that's the power of music.
Kind of, yes.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep! Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs, and a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks, the little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops, the tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
Diese Melodien dreht sich alles den Hafen von Liyue.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows.
Wir haben eine Shishin-Blume. Wir haben eine Ganyu und eine Shenhe. 3, 2, 1, fight, go for it. You both didn't eat much.
Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
Kinda.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Kuching and Shenhe are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am.
More like a older sister?
Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Kuching as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, Thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Richtig.
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
Kann ich, glaube ich, verstehen. Ich habe sie nie gehört, aber I believe in you.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
Geschenk ist doch keine Blumen, oder?
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Ich wusste, irgendwann triggert irgendwas diese blöde Kuh von Adeptus, Alter. Meine Fresse.
Master. Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further. One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity. Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Yay! Laternenritual. Okay, das ist schon ein schöner Summgesang hier. Muss man schon. Eine sollte ich jetzt mal austesten. Ne? Gehen, oder?
属性に帰着するなど高望みなこと。我は自然と共にある方が落ち着く。
I see what you mean.
何でもいいわ。残業以外ならね。大半の者の一生は。
Nein.
情報提供者から知らせがあったわ。うん。どうやらまた新たな変数が現れたようね。
今日は激用当色をかぶる必要も舞台化粧をする必要もありません。のんびりとした一日で。
Passt zu ihr?
ラーラララ私はモラを愛しモラも私を愛していますの。
Aua.
資格認定試験には決まった判定基準がある。だから真面目な姿勢で勉学に。
Keiner fits as well.
将軍様の永遠を実現する。それが私の願いだ。
皆さんがご無事でいられることを祈っています。こんな暮らしが続くだけでも私は満足です。
Finde ich, passt zwar überhaupt nicht zu ihr, but yes.
足が棒みたい。
Ja, okay.
はあ、昨日の夜また無遊してたんだろうな。
仕事の後の酒は最高だ。手合わせならいつでも付き合おう。
Ja, definitiv.
私を必要とされる限り、いつまでもそばでお仕えいたします。
Yep.
仕事がまだ終わってません。休んでいいのでしょうか。
Not quite sure about that one.
雪だるま作りたい。付き合ってくれる？
Yep.
浮世の風景は幾千年も変わらないというのに、
Oh boy.
人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように儚い。
Oh boy. What? Reden. Tippt. Ah. Okay, ich habe Angst. Wenn ihre englische Stimme ist schon böse.
任務は終わりっこないわ。それよりもお姉さんとおしゃべりしましょう。
Schwierig. Schwierig. Okay, I see what you mean. Oh boy. Sehr, sehr schwierig. So, wo soll ich denn hin? Bro, what? Am Arsch der Welt, Junge. Also einige japanische Stimmen sind schon fies. Aber ich finde Mikos Stimme eine Katastrophe. Mal ganz ehrlich.
Is this Quaily Plains?
Yes.
Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her? Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Sea Gazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Ja,
Retainer, you are
Cloud
getting
Retainer hat
competitive
bestimmt
again.
was.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
Nichts ist vor mir sicher, vor dir sowieso nicht. Wobei ich zugeben muss, Cloud Retainer hat, soweit ich das richtig raushöre, sogar die gleiche Stimme wie die Okeanide. Ich meine, die Okeanide hat auch eine schöne Stimme, not gonna lie, ne, aber, ne? Und ich bleib bei meinem Standpunkt, Krabbe, auch wenn du es anders siehst, Mikos Stimme auf Japanisch, eine Katastrophe. Die englische hingegen, böse.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat. She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
You... Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
Bin ich jetzt fies? Ich glaube ja, weil mich würde es tatsächlich nicht jucken.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already,
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow. One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Aber um nochmal auf die Stimmen zurückzukommen, Raiden und Lisa sind verdammt böse. Die sind echt böse. Yikes.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Gui Zhang concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Gui Zhang's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Gui Zhang was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Gui Zhang and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Gui Zhang's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Gui Zhang was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Gui Zhang were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
Fuck. Damn. Also, Madame Ping, sie waren eine verdammt hübsche Frau damals. Holy shoof. Und, Cloud Retainer. Stop being a bird. Tschüss. Aber auch Gui Zhang war auch eine sehr hübsche Frau. Also, holy shenanigans. Zhang, die hatte verdammt hübsche Frauen um sich rum. Holy shit, Alter. Junge. Das Problem ist, jetzt will ich auch irgendwie die menschliche Form von dem Reh sehen und als ein Elch. Reh-Elch? Keine Ahnung. Und tatsächlich von dem anderen Vogel.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, Her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No, each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither. The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetward Rambler.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories, too, would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way, so I too am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come, and all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on, because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
That's a deep one, Ganyu, but you're right.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. Oh, when we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping, and Leo Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
Ich fände es ja cool, wenn Stormruler mal hingehen würde und undercover in Liyue unterwegs wäre. Granted. Das hängt mit Sicherheit auch ein bisschen damit zusammen, dass ich eine verdammt scharfe Frau werde in dem Moment, aber egal.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
Gott, Cloud Retainer. Would you stop being so rude sometimes? It's not nice, you know?
A touch of frost.
Steady as stone.
So.
Better than nothing.
Komische Shishins. Ach komm schon, Cloud Retainer. Sei doch einmal als Mensch unterwegs. Do us that favor, okay? Please? It's gonna hurt. Geht auf Madame Ping drauf.
Whoa, Madam Ping and Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
'Cause you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh? All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
Guizhong.
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
Oh, there is no harm done. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them. And a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an Adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Gui Zhang and One both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Gui Zhang once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Ja, die haben sehr viel zusammen durchgemacht, das ist wohl wahr.
Of all of us, it was Gui Zhang who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she was still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the lantern rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Natürlich kommt
Whoa,
Yanfei jetzt auch noch dazu.
what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No, everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh,
Alles Gute zum
I
Laternentor.
just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Komm schon.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Gut. Finden wir ihn? Ach ja, am Hafen. Logischerweise, wo auch sonst. Ich sehe ganz viele Raketeneinrichtungen. Also es wird wieder dickes, fettes Feuer. Oh, oh. Shit. Kratz überlebt. Dickes Feuerwerk hier wieder. Sehr dickes Feuerwerk. Hauptsache er heißt Dvorak. Wo kommt das J her?
Mr. Dvorak!
Franzosen halt.
Ah, and Kuching's here too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Ja.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Looking forward to it.
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best at the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Huh. Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Ja, definitiv.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Frohes Laternenritual.
Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Whew. That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, fancy bamboo shoots! Zhongli said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked them by himself. Ugh. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
So, ich denke aber, bevor wir das wirklich durchziehen, machen wir tatsächlich eine Pause. Ich sehe eine Yunjin, ich sehe eine Hutao und ich sehe eine Xinyan. Das ist nicht gut. Na gut, wir machen eine Pause. Ich mache mir A was zu essen und B,
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Aber wir werden bald zurück sein mit Genshin Impact. Die Frage ist, mache ich jetzt einen Stuhlstream oder... Ah. Das ist eine sehr gute Frage. Eine sehr, sehr gute Frage. Eine sehr, sehr gute Frage. Das hier?
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
Ach ja. Mach mal Stuhlstream, mach mal keinen Stuhlstream, ich weiß es nicht. Ich will so viel schneiden. Lassen wir das. Mit dieser herben Enttäuschung. Zurück ins Set.